Hey mobile gamers, 2022 brought a lot of great games, and I mean a lot. To honor the year, I've compiled a breathtaking list of the very best top mobile games of 2022. Please know that the games I'm ranking are definitely for the games I've covered here on the channel. And please, these are my own opinions. So without wasting any more of your time, let's rank these games. Let's start the list with the best FPS mobile game of 2022, of which I gave Death Chain the road. What happens when you mix a zombie FPS with roguelike mechanics? Well, you get Death Chain. Death Chain is fast-paced with zombie plowing action, quite the perfect mix if you ask me. Your job is to clear randomly generated levels, get a new perk or skill to make you quite stronger, and move to the next level, all while keeping in mind that your death resets the game. The game has decent graphics and controls feel quite fluent. All in all, it is a good FPS that in my opinion deserves the #1 spot. At the spot for the best roguelike is ScourgeBringer. I know, I've covered some really great roguelikes this year, but ScourgeBringer really takes the cake. To me, it bears similarities with Dead Cells in its fast-paced action, epic boss fights, and flashy combat sequences. The premise of the game, which you've probably heard of, is that you are climbing a mysterious tower responsible for the destruction of your planet. In true roguelike action, you are thrown into graduated randomly generated dungeons, where you have to defeat the boss to move on to the next level. ScourgeBringer has an automated attack system, where you manually control a gun, a parry and dash mechanic to give you a unique control system. It also has a perk tree with unlockable permanent perks that make you a lot stronger each time you die. The only fault I have with ScourgeBringer is that it's quite short and I find the dash mechanic quite annoying. Okay, the spot for the best puzzle game goes to Railbound. If you like a fun, colorful and challenging puzzle game, Railbound has got you covered. Your job in the game is to connect the carriages of a train to the conductor. The game offers quite a bright and relaxing atmosphere with beautiful 2D graphics, relaxing music, tons of different breathtaking locations, and a cute and heartwarming story. I have covered many games this year, but Railbound really stood out as the best puzzle game this year had to offer. The fighting genre is next, and unsurprisingly, Streets of Rage 4 clearly takes the spot. The nearly 3-decade-old franchise made a much-awaited intro into the mobile gaming universe, and let me tell you, I had a hell of a time playing it. It clearly sticks to its nostalgic street brawler style with flashier graphics, a new storyline, and new characters. Not that I know much about the old ones. Its gameplay is good with just an array of difficulty options to really bring back that arcade playing days. In the game, you are tasked with saving the city from a new crime syndicate, battle enemies in 12 different locations in story mode, test your skills in an endless mode, or duke it out with a friend in multiplayer mode. The game is just fun and pays a wholesome tribute to its roots. The best spot for racing goes to Cotc Street. To be honest, Horizon Chase came really close, but I had to give it to Cotc Street because of its availability on Android. Sorry, I'm an Android user. Cotc Street has stunning console-level graphics with quite the immersive racing gameplay. The environment looks well done and are super interactive, and the night city looks breathtaking. It has a big open world where you can roam around to complete missions, an array of flashy cars to choose from, and a tuning mechanism that lets you take subtle control over your car's performance. Cotc Street was created by the producers of Cotc Highway, so you can clearly see the experience playing out. All in all, it is quite an amazing game, with the one problem being it is only fully enjoyable for high-end devices. I didn't cover a lot of motorcycle games, but I did cover gems like Road Red Redemption and Urban Trail Pocket. And though I like the both of them, I gotta go with Red Road just because smashing heads seems a lot more fun. Red Road Redemption is a console masterpiece that brings intense action with high-speed racing. Your job is to win the race using any means possible. Use diverse weapons and clubs to smash your opponents out of their bike and also avoid getting smashed yourself. Like I say, it is very fast-paced with console level graphics to boot. It has a free demo that lets you check out the game, after which you have to buy the game to continue. Overall, it is quite deserving of the spot of the best motorcycle game of 2022. The spot for the best battle royale game of course goes to my boy Apexlegends. There is a reason why it got Best Mobile Game Award in this year's Game Awards. Apexlegends Mobile is a pretty good game. It follows the style of battle royale games but comes with the added twist of very fast-paced combat that rewards skill and teamwork. A legend system that introduces well-made characters with a balanced power system that just works. It also has balanced weapons and a rank system that is extremely competitive. Honestly, the game is almost complete, with hackers and bad optimization being the only setback so far. All in all, Respawn Entertainment really outdid themselves in the game. I've played a lot of battle royales and none can come close to the fast-paced action that Apexlegends offers. The spot for the best RPG goes to the much acclaimed Octopath Traveler Cotc. Octopath Traveler was already a huge console game franchise, and that's why it's no surprise that their latest spot on mobile also lives to the expected. A lovely and beautiful, well-written story that reproduces the events of the console variant, Octopath Traveler will see you enjoying high-quality graphics with engaging combat experience. The combat mechanics is one that utilizes up to 8 members that you give strategic commands as you and the enemy take turns in attacking each other. There is quite a huge list of heroes to choose from, 64 to be exact, and this makes room for all kinds of mashup and experimental gameplay. From the classic rich storyline and lore akin to the series down to the classic JRPG style combat, Octopath Cotc really does deserve the best RPG game of 2022. The spot for the best open world game belongs to Tower of Fantasy. I can tell you that I have seen and covered quite a number of open world games such as Noah's Ark, The Legend of Neverland, and many more. But Tower of Fantasy stands at the top in terms of graphics, world size, animation, and all-round rating in 2022. The Genshin Impact lookalike takes place in a post-apocalyptic planet of Aida, a once ravishing and beautiful place built and destroyed thanks to an energy called Omnium and its radiation. In the game, you explore a vibrant alien world filled with life and strange creatures and structure. Tower of Fantasy has console-level graphics, different playable characters, interactive environments, and a compelling story that is common with most MMORPGs. What you need to know about the game is the ability to switch weapons mid-battle, giving you lots of ways to create a personalized gameplay style. All in all, it is quite a nice MMORPG, but I still like Genshin Impact better. And finally, for the very best mobile game of 2022 for me, Dysmantle. Dysmantle is quite amazing. The huge open world survival game with unique dismantling system that lets you destroy anything and everything to get resources will leave you playing for hours. You play as a lone apocalypse survivor who must venture out of his bunker to a now strange and zombie-infested island he once called home. Your job is to ultimately leave the island, but you must first survive and possibly thrive. The game has quite a unique storyline, amazing graphics, enemies to defeat, a satisfactory feeling of growth in power, and lots more. Dysmantle made me play for hours, and I'm sure it will too for you. Okay, that is the end of my list. Which 2022 game did you enjoy playing the most? Please let me know in the comment section, and if you have made it this far, why don't you hit that shiny red button and maybe like to get more interesting mobile gaming content. It is your host wishing you a prosperous 2023, and I am out.